What's up, Burger Bros? It's time for YU Football. Hey! We got a 3-star recruit, guys! In our last video, I said we were going to talk about promotion, relegation, an update on those standings, as well as talk about recruiting, as we've had some new recruits enter the fold here at Yard University. Since we are on our last bye week here in the regular season, I figured that would be a great time to do that. So let's go ahead and look at our recruiting class, because we've got some players in the pipeline ready to take the field in 2025. Last episode, we welcomed in Ethan Kroger. You already know that. This time, we welcome in Jamie Quick, a outside linebacker recruit, a 3-star recruit out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. He enters the fold. Welcome, Jamie Quick. Snaps for him. We're excited to have him on the roster. Welcome to Yard University. Maybe the biggest surprise of my recruiting adventure so far with Yard University is Cam Hochstein, defensive tackle out of Washington, Maryland. I just kind of, as a meme, sent him a scholarship. And he's a 5-star defensive tackle recruit. I sent the house, and he's like, sure, why not? We're his number one choice right now. And he's coming in for a visit late in the season. So hey, you know what? Maybe we can get him to become a Yard U racer. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm really excited about the defensive prospects we have potentially coming into the fold. We're in a fierce battle right now with Marquise Coates, a 3-star quarterback recruit. We're competing with Georgia and Clemson for him. So we're about to send the house for this guy. Hopefully we can win out for his heart. Hopefully he will choose to be a Yard University racer. That would be pretty cool. He's a scrambler. You see how I go first read and run. So that would be pretty cool if he were to choose us. Looking at the prospects who have the racers in their top 5, some of these prospects I mentioned before: Everett McTavish, Clay Toomer at corner, George Stingley at wide receiver, Mitchell McCroy, Stephen Barnes at wide receiver, Brooks Coleman. I have 2 kickers that I'm looking at. I didn't mean to kind of have 2 kickers there, but you know, it is what it is. Greg Clapp, Tank Tam. I'm kind of waiting for some of these guys to commit before I allot recruiting hours elsewhere. That's kind of where we stand. So yeah, I only have 2 players in my recruiting class right now, but we're pretty excited with where we're at. We've got two commits, and we're excited to hopefully keep updating the class of 2025 for the Yard U Racers. Looking at promotion and relegation, right now atop the SEC, you have Clemson and Alabama. They are your 2 teams that are the best 2 teams in the conference. So they must be playing out of conference a little bit too, which is not really what I was trying to do. I was hoping they would all play within their conference. That was the whole idea. Like when I set it up, it was 12 conference games and you play 12 games. So I guess they're playing 13 games somewhere. Anyway, doesn't really matter, I guess. Anyway, though, looking at the teams that might get relegated right now, Oklahoma and TCU are those 2 teams that might get relegated to the Big Ten. Their outlooks are not looking great right now. They would get relegated to the Big Ten. Taking their place would be Miami and Texas A&M. They would get promoted to the SEC. Mississippi State and Tennessee would get relegated to the Big 12. To the Big Ten would go West Virginia and Virginia Tech. And to the ACC would go Navy and Oregon State. To the Big 12 would go Pitt and South Carolina. And to regional play would go Toledo, Nevada, and Ohio. Looking at regional play, Rutgers is one of the teams that would be promoted. They are barely ahead of Maryland right now at 8-1. They are the top team in the American Conference. Right behind them is Colorado at 8-1. They are the 15th ranked team in the country. Both them and Rutgers are in line to be in the college football playoff. Then it's a two-way tie. You've got Cal at 7-1 in the Pac-12, And you've got in Conference USA, USF at 7-1. They're both 7-1. I'll go with Cal since technically they're the better overall. So it would be Cal, Rutgers, and Colorado being promoted to the ACC. The three worst teams in regional play right now are UL Monroe at 1-8. You've got Buffalo at 0-7. And then you've got Wyoming at 1-9. You also, in the Pac-12, have New Mexico State at 1-6. I don't know why they've only played 7 games, but well, I guess Buffalo has too. But those are your teams that are at the bottom of regional play, which means they would be relegated to the independents. The 3 indies that would go into regional play then would be Florida International, Vandy, and Charlotte. I will say, though, that I am a realist. We have beaten one of these teams that's ahead of us, Georgia State, and we do play Sam Houston, who is also ahead of us. So it's not out of the question to think that we could potentially, leapfrog a few of these schools and put ourselves in contention to be the 3rd team to get promoted. I don't think it's going to happen, but hey, it could happen. It's college football. Stranger things could happen. But that's where promotion relegation sits at the moment. Hey, and we got another commit. George Stingley, welcome to the Yard U Racers. Wide receiver out of Bainbridge, Georgia.
Another one.
Mitchell McCroy, another wide receiver out of Vienna, Georgia. Dude has some nice hair, though, too. Nice hair.
Another one.
More wide receivers. So many wide receivers right now. Up next for the Racers is a trip to El Paso, the Sun Bowl, and a date with the UTEP Miners. YU is trying to reignite their winning streak, and standing in their way is a Miners team that is one of the best teams in the Pac-12. Can the Racers get win number 4? Find out in the next video. Thank you guys for watching Yard University Football. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you leave it a like, subscribe to become one of the Burger Bros, and I'll see you guys all on the flip side. Peace out.